Hi, so today we are with lovely Billy, which is one of my clients. He's been one of my clients for a few years. And since working with Billy, there's been a lot of changes. I work with his mum as well because I also do readings on people, help people and pets. So, yeah, he's had some amazing changes in his life. So one of the things is he wanted his mum to be a bit more at home with him. And Jane also wanted a different kind of work where she could have more time with the animals. So Jane left, worked super hard, and is now an amazing dog walker. So if you want to look her up, what's your page, Jane?
Jane Gems Pet Services.
Jane Gems Pet Services. She also makes amazing crystal healing jewellery for animals like this. Every reading that I do, I also give a free reading of what crystals your animal would benefit from. You can either source your own, or what I prefer to do is get a lovely piece made by Jane, like this one. We do the horses' manes, the tails, you name it, all different designs. But anyway, so today we're working with Billy because Jane has noticed a change in his behaviour since doing the dog walking, and she just wants to make sure that he's actually happy with it and he's not having any issues with sharing Jane, essentially. So I've asked him about that. Jane's got some more questions at the end. And also, myself and Lucy Phillips, amazing physiotherapist. I can't even tell you, for animals, how amazing she is. She does laser therapy, she does all kinds of different processes. She's amazing with animals, she's brilliant with people. First hand, one of my clients, there was this horse that basically, he had to have this operation. It didn't go too well. The vets wanted to put him down. My client rang me and asked me to speak with the horse, and the horse said, no, I want to be here, but I need these changes to be made. Anyway, long story short, the owner made the changes, also got Lucy on board, and the horse did a complete 180, and now he's back in ridden work, and the vets can't believe it. So Lucy is amazing. Lucy also sees Billy. So from Billy's previous reading, we found that he had some issues in his back end. So Lucy's been doing, what kind of work has she been doing with him, Jane?
Chiropractor and laser therapy.
Yeah, and has it been helping him?
Yes, yeah. Loads.
So we'll be doing that more at the end, but one of the things, so I spoke to Lucy recently, I actually did some communication sessions with her horses and her dog. And, you know, I think that with professionals that work in the animal kingdom, I think that, you know, it's not to see each other as competition, it's to look at collaboration. You know, no one person is going to do exactly the same thing that you do. It's about collaborating together and creating a environment where the animal can be its best. So me and Lucy are collaborating regarding Billy. So I'm going to do his reading and some questions, and then I'm going to move on to the questions that Lucy wanted to ask. Another really intelligent thing that she said is that animals carry, like we do, trauma in our muscles and our tissues. And you might be thinking, how does that work? Really good example. I'm going to make it that easy for you. You touch a radiator, you go, whoo, that trauma's in your tissue then. So then if you've ever been burnt by a radiator, you guarantee that you're a radiator tapper. Oh yeah, it's fine. So you carry the trauma in your tissues. So we're going to see if we can release some of that today, because Billy does have a scar on the other side from when he was a puppy. So I'm going to ask him, see if he can remember how he got that scar, and then I'm going to try and do some work around it and see if we can release some of the potential trauma in the muscles that lie there. So without further ado, so I connected to Billy, and the first thing that he showed me, so in my readings, I didn't record me actually typing this, so I always make notes, and I make notes so the owner can keep those notes and refer to them. And I give the owner the notes at the start of the session, because we have to go through the notes together, because it's a conversation. Like, I don't do readings which is fine, other people do different readings in different ways, or sessions, where I'm like, right, here's the information. No, this is a conversation. I have a conversation with the animal. I'm the translator between the animal and the person. So I give the owner my notes straight away, and we go through it together, because it has to be a conversation. You know, if somebody gets you out to speak with their animal, there's normally because that communication is really needed, and that conversation needs to be had. So anyway, I've spare you the boringness, because I just sit here like going. So I've just typed them up, sent them over to Jane, and we'll go through them together. So The first thing he showed me, Jane, was him. So he come to me and he was kicking up his back left as he was walking to me. I said I'm going to use the pendulum. I'll use that in a bit. So I know that it's been the right side, isn't it, that he's been having most of his work done?
I think so.
Well, I'm not sure. I'll just read what's here. So yeah, the back left. He comes back around to that as well and talks about it. But that's the first thing that he showed me. So we'll go into that a little bit later. But nothing major. Like he weren't like I'm in agony. He was just like a bit like up on it. So don't worry, Jane.
No.
Just FYI. And then he showed me flashes of different dogs. So that was him showing me his experience about doing the dog walking. Yeah, so he showed me flashes of different dogs. And he said, Jane, that his life is much faster paced now than it was before. It's like bish, bosh, bish. Whereas in before, there was obviously long periods, wouldn't there, where he would have been at home with his friend and maybe not done that much. But he said it's much faster paced now than it was before. You'll be relieved to know, Jane, because Jane's been worried that he'd maybe not been enjoying the dog walking. But he says he likes it and he feels very important, like a lord. Someone to be respected and a teacher. So he is really taking his job seriously, doing the dog walking. He's really liking it. He feels, you know, it's my mum, my sister, my car. Come with us, let me show you our areas. You know, Billy almost seems like these walks that he goes on is his domain. So he's really glad that he can share that with the other dogs. And he feels that he's a teacher to the other dogs. So I would hazard a guess that he's at the top of the pecking order of all the dogs you've got right now.
He's the pack leader.
Yeah, pack leader. Definitely the pack leader. But he's a kind pack leader, Billy, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'll relieve you, Jane. He's really enjoying it. Yeah.
Good.
Really enjoying it. He says he feels very important. He did say the other dogs can be a little bit annoying, but it's good. It's good to be out and about more. He feels he's got a sense of purpose rather than just them being a pet. Don't get me wrong, he loves being a pet too, but he feels that now he has a proper job. And this is important to Billy because he believes in his heritage that he comes from working dogs. Dogs that weren't just pets, they had a job as well. So he feels that he's able to fulfill almost his line by becoming a working dog again. Which, even though he recognises it's very different, but he's doing a working
modern day work.
Modern day working, yeah. I mean, it's almost giving like therapy dog vibes, but for other dogs. Yeah. So he is, just let me double check, he's more than happy to carry on doing that. He's like, you try and stop me. So yeah, sigh of relief, Jane. He's happy. He's loving the professionalism of it.
That's good. That's a relief.
So then we moved on to the health. But do you want to ask your questions now?
Forgot what the questions are now. Well, sometimes when I go on walks with other dogs and Billy and Sally can't come, they howl at the window.
Ooh, okay.
And that worries me.
Right. Okay.
I don't want them to be distressed, but I'd like to take them on separate group walks. I'd like to take Billy on one group walk and leave Sally at home, and then leave Billy at home and take Sally on another pack walk if possible. But with them howling, I don't feel like I can do that.
A quick flash to Sally so everyone can see her. So this is Sally, Billy's sister, other pack members. So these guys live together. So I'll ask them both about this. So more so Sally gets her confidence from Billy, and the thought of being separated causes quite a bit of distress in her.
Okay.
So
that's not a problem.
Yeah. But
I think she'd come out of herself more if she was.
Do you think she was without him? I mean, you could try it. You could try maybe when your husband's home. Maybe try it then, you know, so the other dog's not left alone. But she does say that she gets her confidence from Billy. Which is ironic because she buggers off, doesn't she, and leaves all of us. But yeah,
she does.
Let's see how Billy would feel about that. He said he would worry about her.
Oh.
Now that being said, obviously over time you could that may lessen. But their initial thoughts to it are he would worry about her and she won't have a confidence.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to do with that moving forwards. What was the rest of the question, Jane?
It was why they both howl when I leave the both of them.
Okay, yeah. Actually, a bit of sadness because they want to be with you.
Okay.
But I'll explain to them that you can't be with them all the time. And obviously it's much better now because you're with them a lot more than you was before, weren't you? So I think that it's far better situation than when you was at work, but maybe they don't. So what should I tell them? Why should I say they stay because there's not enough room, or you need to get money from the other dogs so they can have nice things?
Both, yeah, and some dogs don't want to be walked with other dogs. I have to walk them separate.
Right, okay. So... Okay, so they're kind of saying we can see that. Like, so they're like, okay, I think it's good that they've seen where you go now. What I would do if I was you is, because when you leave, they've almost got like they're making their mind up then what they're doing. And because now you know that they're sad and they're going to howl, I'd just say to them, well, I think you already say it anyway, I'm going to be back, I need to help another dog, but give them an instruction, say, stay. Or get on your couch and be really firm and say, lie there. Because then what you're saying is, when I'm not here, this is your job. Rather than when I'm not here, do what you want. Because the howling is them doing what they choose to do, isn't it? And I think that if you gave them a bit more of a direction, hopefully, I'm not saying it'll fix it, but I think it's a good chance it will. It may reduce that upset. And then sometimes what I would do is when you come back as well, I know that it's really exciting to see them, but I'd maybe tell them, go back on your couch. Just remind them that instruction. That the instruction is when I'm not here, you're to relax. Because at the moment when you're not here, they're not relaxed, are they? They're really high rate. So you give them that instruction, when I'm not here, you relax. That's what you need to do. And obviously they're both really intelligent and love relaxing anyway, so I'm sure that I think it'll really work. But obviously keep us posted, Jane, and I could do an update video anyway on how you got on with that. What other questions did you have, Jane? So
we wanted to know, and Lucy, the chiropractor, wanted to know where he got his puppy scar from.
Yes, so I'll just go through the medical notes first. So with the medical scan, I asked the animal to bring sensations into my body that are in their body. But the thing is, it's like saying, going to your doctor, you might say to your doctor, oh, so I've got this problem and this problem, but you're not going to tell your doctor maybe everything. So it's what's important to them at that moment in time, what they want to tell the owner. So, he's showing me that left leg again. And it did feel more like the hip. So I'm going to just use this pendulum to see if... Let me see if I can get a bit more direct. So it feels like it is this joint more. Just let me double check, do another joint. Saying yes, or maybe it does travel down a bit, which would make a little bit, but it doesn't feel like agony, it's just a little bit of discomfort, so don't worry too much. I was expecting there not to be pain there, but it does make sense. I'm going to tell you why it makes sense, because I also got a discomfort in more of the ankle. So I am not a medical professional. I'm just saying what Billy's feeling. So I wonder if maybe the overcompensation is putting a bit more strain on the other joints, or whether could it be a nerve or something, or a tissue thing? Like I said, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a physio, I just give my information. Obviously Jane will pass that on to Lucy, and then that'll help her. But yeah, it feels, and like I said, it's not agony, it's not rolling round, but it's just this, and I feel like it's more intermittent.
Yeah, he's stiff, and he's stiff, more stiff sometimes than others. Yes,
intermittent, not all the time. But yeah, it did feel on his left. Then on the right side, the bone coming from the hip to here. So that's not going to look like this on a dog. Their hips here, so it would be this bone here. Can carry a bit of tension. So, right, so that being said, what are we asking, Jane?
What caused the scar? Lucy wants to know.
Yeah. So I feel from what he's kind of showing me, and the memory is haze because it's a long time ago, I feel that he got stuck and trapped and hurt it on maybe I feel like it's like wire or wood with some wire or something on it. Was he outside when you got him?
Yeah, he was in a wooden box.
Yeah. From the stuff that he was showing me, I feel that maybe it could have possibly been more like a farm kind of a...
Yeah, he was on a farm.
Yeah, I think there was, at some points, there was different kinds of, like, so farmers sometimes have, like, odd bits of wood with maybe a little bit of fencing or a bit of barbed wire or something like that attached to it. And I feel that he actually got it caught and cut on something like that. Rather than him being... attacked.
Chicken wire or something.
Yeah, something like chicken wire, yeah. And obviously when he was little, his skin would have been more delicate, and then as he's grown, that scars, yeah. So, let's see. Show me another dog bathing it. I'm sure it's his mum. Maybe not his mum. Do they have other dogs there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It was his mum who was bathing it. Might have been her as well. Okay, so. Can we get him to turn around, Jane?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Should I just pause the video? Can you
pause?
put them together?
I don't know if it will. No, leave it on. I'll
just leave it running.
Alright.
Come on, Belle.
I'm just going to get him to turn around.
Stand up. Come on. Let's go that way. Right, just put your pillow there. No, come on. Oh, good boy, Billy. He's a good boy. Look at his little face.
Yeah. Thank you. So I'll just show him the scar. Where is it? Oh, there. Right.
It goes further back, but the hair covers it.
Where does it come down?
I think it comes down, what? See?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of would make sense if it was, say, a nail or something that had gone in and pulled, or maybe not a nail, an abrasion, something. You know, getting stuck on something and trying to get free. So, I think what we need to do is try and release some tension in that. So we're going to do EFT with him. Let's see if he'll let me. Yeah, so Billy, we're going to do some tapping. Yeah. show you how we do it. Yeah. So I'll just get comfy a minute. Have you noticed how Billy feels when he gets trapped anyway? Does he panic? Oh, he's never been trapped.
He's not often trapped, I don't think.
No, he wouldn't have been that. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Even though sometimes I feel that no one can help me. So I'm going to explain, Jay, because I don't want you getting worried. So when Billy got trapped as a baby, don't think there was really anyone about, so he felt no one could help him. And then obviously you help him as much as you can, but if he's got this belief that people can't help me, if it's a physical ailment, there's nothing you can do about that. So I think we're going to see if we can make a shift.
And he hates fireworks as well.
Right, yeah. Do you know what? I actually got a feeling that it might have been warm at the time. I don't know. Could have been anything. Right, okay, so let's go for it. Even though sometimes I feel helpless, I love and respect myself. Even though sometimes I feel that there's nobody that can help me, I know the choices that I'm making. Okay. So when I got stuck on the fence, I was really, let's put your chin up so. I was really, really scared. It frightened me a lot. And I felt like there was no one there that was able to help me. I was stuck trying to get away. But I was alone, and the more I struggled, the more it hurt. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to get away. Eventually I got loose, but I was very wounded. And people didn't really help me get better. No. Maybe they didn't even notice that I was hurt. But the other dogs did. They cleaned me a lot and tried to make me feel safe again. But still, it frightens me what happened. Even now, there are times where I still feel I have no control. When the banging starts in the sky, I try and protect the house, but I just can't make it stop. I try and keep us all safe, but I can't make it stop. Sometimes my hips hurt and my muscles hurt, and it reminds me of being trapped again. Even though I'm not physically trapped, I'm still trapped in my own body. And my mum can't help me. I don't know what to do. It makes me feel helpless again. And I hate that feeling of being helpless. I don't like this feeling. I would like to let go of it if I can. I feel like I might be vulnerable if I let go. Because knowing is knowing how to see what's coming. But me constantly thinking that I'm going to feel helpless again almost feels like a situation turns up where I feel that way again. I think it's in my best interest to let this go. I don't think that this memory helps me anymore. And I've healed from it. I want to heal from it. I'm still healing from it. But as long as I keep giving it airtime, as long as I keep holding this trauma in my body, it's going to stay there. I want to set myself free. I want to set free every cell of my body. I want to have beautiful, bouncy muscles that are full and strong. I want strong joints that can bend and propel me as fast as I can through the air. I want a happy, healthy, long life. And I can't have a happy, healthy, long life. I have the best of everything. I'm ready to get out of my own way. I want to let go of this. I want to release this trauma from my body and from my mind. That was then, and this is now. I'm ready to let go. So once you've done EFT, you just let them sit and process what's happened. Right, I'll end the video there then. Pass it here, Jane. Thank you. I don't want to disturb Billy because he's still processing. But anyway, I hope that was useful. Bye.